using a metric ruler. Now, hopefully you've listened to the video just previous to chapter 9, which is a review from grade 4, lessons 1, 2, and 3. If you haven't, just give that a quick view because I use a lot of the vocabulary that I'm going to be using now. So we spent a video learning how to use rulers with the customary system. A lot of that information still applies when we're using metric rulers in terms of where to start. Remember, you never start at the edge of a ruler unless you have a ruler similar to this, that is, it's metal, because a metal ruler doesn't wear away like a plastic one or a wood one does. If your ruler is plastic or wood, you want to take a look at it and make sure you're starting where it says 0. Now, this is a metal ruler, so let's see, it does have it has, for the metric system, it has a starting point of right there. I don't know, can you see it right there? Now you'll notice on one side of my ruler, I have inches, the customary system, and on the other side, I have the metric system. That is very common in today's rulers. All of the examples that I have that. Now this one, let me see here if I can get a piece of paper, because this one's sort of transparent. There we go. So you can see I don't start at the edge of this guy. I start in quite a bit. You can see that the ruler is labeled centimeters, cm. So it has our centimeters and they're labeled 0, 1, 2, etc. But within them are all these little tiny marks, and each little tiny mark is a millimeter. Wow, you can really get precise with your measuring. Now, at school, I have a really old wood ruler, and it only has the customary system on it, and you don't find that anymore. All of our rulers now have both. So before you start using your ruler, check it out. Make sure you're using the correct side. Now, often, not always, they are labeled. So if you look at my fabulous Hello Kitty ruler right here, you can see that it says inch. So I know that that side is the inch and that this side must be the metric system. Okay? So always take a second and familiarize yourself with whatever tools you happen to have, because there's a lot of variation. Even though we're using a standard measurement, there's a lot of variation in the actual tools. A lot of the mistakes that we make in measuring aren't mistakes that we are making. They are mistakes with regard to being unfamiliar with the tools that you're using. And there's an old saying, and many of you, your parents have already told you this. That's excellent. Measure twice, cut once. What does that mean? Well, it means you better be sure of your measurement, because once you cut, if you're trying to cut a piece of wood at a certain measure, once you've made that cut, if it's wrong, you ruined it. You have to get another piece of wood, and that can be expensive for a business. Measure twice, cut once. So always, always check your measuring first. These are standard, whether it's metric or customary, this is very important. Metric system. Our measure of distance is the meter, but we are going to be measuring in different units, depending on what the question asks you.